Wait till we get a couple people on. I wanted to drop in with y'all today to give you a few updates and take some questions. So let's see who clicks on. And I'm going to do the usual taking questions about street beefs. And I'm going to update y'all. Got some cool news. So I'm going to wait till we get like 100 people or so. Now, somebody said, yo, street beefs, when you go live, you don't get a lot of people live. It's because we don't do fights when we go live. It's usually me talking. Nobody wants to sit and watch me talk. DB, what's up, bro? Edward Thayer, Kid Boo, DB, again, what's good, brother? Gabe 1234, good to see you too, DB. Carissa, Rodney, what's good, bro? Good to see y'all. Bloomus 2000, greetings to Denmark, man. Much love. Shout out to Korea. What's good, everybody? Hey, so real quick, y'all. We got some big stuff happening, and I wanted to fill everybody in. Gilbert, shout out to Texas. Much love to Houston. I still can't reveal details, but this is a done deal. We are in the process of merging in a partnership with something major. I guess the best way to explain it is any of you that have followed Rough and Rowdy, think about their merger with Barstool. It's something big like that that's happening. Now, I want to tell y'all before it happens, we don't plan on, we've actually discussed this and had this put in the contract. There is no fundamental changes that are going to happen to Street Beefs. Okay. It's more so we're going to be adding on stuff and opportunities as far as advertising, etc. We're also going to be participating in a fantasy sports app. Okay. And guys, I'm going to get to your question. Lewis, I seen a question about Italian Tyson. John Taylor, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get to all of y'all's questions in just a second. So the merger that we're doing, the best way to explain it would be what Rough and Rowdy did with Barstool Sports. It's going to make us bigger. The first thing that is going to happen, and I want to warn y'all, we're finalizing that this week. Then there's still going to be a process. But as soon as everything's finalized, we're building a new cage, a nice new cage. Some of you would say, well, yo, why not buy a professional cage? We could. We've actually got a professional cage. But I've always said I feel like that's not what Street Beefs is. The cage needs to be built by us, but still safe. Okay? So we're going to build something that's professional level, but it's homemade. All right? And quite frankly, it'll probably cost as much to build as a pro cage, but we want people to be able to see it's our own creation. So that's the first thing. I'm going to work on building changing rooms, homemade changing rooms for the fighters, because a lot of guys get to the yard, they want to change clothes. We're out in this big field and there's nowhere for them to change. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a few other things. Sunshine, what's up, hon? Good to see you. We're going to do some things as far as uniforms for the refs. Again, when I say uniforms, it'll be Street Beefs uniforms. So we're doing all this within the next few months. Look, y'all, I've clowned myself in the past by thinking a deal was done and speaking on it before it actually happened, and then it fell through. I'm speaking on this because it's not going to fall through. It's done. Okay. Rodney, that's what's up, man. Yeah. And again, to be clear, we're not moving to Barstool. Okay. It's not something with Barstool Sports. I'm just saying it's similar to what Rough and Rowdy did with Barstool Sports. It's another big entity that we're going to be partnering with. But yeah, the big thing is this, y'all. I'll get through the boring stuff, then I'll take your questions. We want to keep Street Beefs what it is at its core. We want to keep it gritty and keep it something that y'all want to watch, man. That's the big thing. Something that y'all grew to love and keep the gritty side of it, but still make it something cool for the fighters. I totally rebuilt the Street Beefs ring. Well, I worked on having it rebuilt a few years back, and it's time for an upgrade. So that's what we're going to do. And again, that's going to happen over the next couple months. So let's take a few questions, y'all, on this Saturday. First things first, somebody said, what's up with Italian Tyson and Iraqi Assassin? That's the rematch is happening September 3rd. The very next event, they're throwing down again. I'm going to be honest. I told everybody involved in my crew that I didn't like it. And the reason is the fight was so close last time and there was so much drama. I just feel like, I want Italian Tyson here with Street Beefs. I like having the young man. I think that he brings energy. I know there's people that don't like him. That's fine. I think Italian Tyson, and this will sound arrogant, I think he needs a good group around him. I think he needs people to be around him and support him and have his back. And I want to support him, okay? So I think that he needs to be a part of Street Beefs. And I think that having him fight with Iraqi Assassin, for me, not a lot of, I hope that it goes smoothly this time. That's all I'll say, for both men. Let's see. What's else? What else we got? AO says, I'm 5'9", bro, 170, but I can get down to 155, Taekwondo and boxing background. Brother, you don't have to get down unless that's your choice, weight-wise. You can sign up as long as you're 18. Sign up, and we can get you a fight. Dion Mutter says he'll give me a head nut. I don't know what that means, Dion. Crazy Shit said, bro, the camera is good. Are you talking about this camera or the event camera? I'm curious. Because if it's this camera, I just got a new phone. So I'm glad to hear that. Let's see. Patrick Fisher said Solo should fight for the crowd favorite title. I agree. Solo's a beast. He's going to be getting that very soon. Patrick Fisher also said fight of the year, Iraqi versus Italian. I'm with you. I agree. It was a great fucking fight. 100%. I do not disagree. Charlie Sigler said, these changes are exciting. I'm a Street Beefs cheerleader for sure. Brother, thank you, man. We want as many, being cheerleaders for us as possible. So we appreciate you. Who just super chatted us? Somebody just did a $2 super chat, and I'm having trouble. Here it is. Matt Simon 818 said, and thank you for the super chat. He said, will Street Beefs come to Las Vegas? We actually have a Street Beefs out in that area, the Street Beefs West Coast. So we don't travel there out of respect for them, but they are Street Beefs. Hit up Martin Rubio and Alex Gennard on the Street Beefs West Coast Instagram. They are in that area, guys. Niaz Irazra, excuse me if I mispronounced your name, said, is Baby Hawk still fighting? He's still fighting, just not with Street Beefs. He's fighting professionally now. Shout out to Baby Hawk, man. That guy deserved it. He's got that talent. We're excited to see where he goes. Louis Di Tomaso said, I'm impressed by how far you've come, bro. Mad props to Street Beefs. Louis, how long have you been watching? I'm just curious, bro. And thank you. Cody Walco said, I want Scarface's autograph. I'll give it to you. I don't know if it's worth anything, but if I ever see you, brother, you'll be the first to get it. Somebody said, Zaytoven said, where's the lamb at? I assume you're talking about a Lamborghini. I wish. I drive a Wagoneer. That's my version of the Lamborghini. Upwolf said, can I be 16 and fight? No, unfortunately, you cannot. You must be 18 to sign up and fight with Street Beefs. But stick with us. Keep training. We'll see you when you're 18, brother. Ayo said, "Hey, Scarface, if I don't have a social media, how do I get a hold of you for a fight?" You can get on our website, Streetbeefs HQ. Type in Streetbeefs HQ. We do sign-ups on the website. I hope that helps. Let's see. Miles Malone said, "Yo, Scar, you should let me work for you. I'm a pro MMA fighter out of Arkansas, and I know a lot of people that I could fill a card." Miles, hit us up on Facebook. I'm always, open. If people, everybody starts out on an internship before we employ them. And be clear, we do not employ people to fight, period. Nobody gets paid to fight. But as far as our employees, they start out working for free till we see what their dedication is and go from there. So hit us up on Facebook. TJ Fish says, "Are you going to make sure fighters aren't using shoes going forward?" I'm glad you asked this question. No, we are not. For years, Streetbeefs has allowed fighters to wear light sneakers. I'm going to go on a rant here, guys. Light sneakers are no more inherently dangerous to wear than no shoes. That's a fact. I have had fights with Streetbeefs for 14 years. We've had over 2,000 fights, and all of our head kick knockouts, our 5 worst head kick knockouts, all came with bare feet. We have never, ever had a serious injury as a result of somebody wearing shoes. We've had, the only injury we had was in our early days. Somebody snuck in wearing boots that weren't properly checked by the ref, and that caused an issue. Since then, the ref checks footwear. Light sneakers are not more dangerous than bare feet. I know people say, "Oh, they're kicking with shoes." Look, go check our fights. Find me an incident of somebody being kicked with light sneakers and it hurting them more than bare feet. You can't. So that's my answer. Mike Stanley said, "Italian Tyson is a good fighter. Everybody has issues. That dude's taking care of business. Let him live life." Mike, I agree. Italian Tyson, he went through issues. He is a fiery person, and I think sometimes he gets overly emotional, but I don't think we give up on him because of that. I think that the whole goal of Streetbeefs is to help young men and women get to a better place in life. And if we're going to turn our back on somebody because he has a temper problem, then what are we? What are we doing for the community? So I agree with you. Cartier Copeland said, "Is Memnon Warrior ever coming back to the yard?" He may, on an exhibition type deal, he may come back. He's fighting professionally right now, but he may come back and do some striking exhibitions. Shout out to Memnon. Let's see. Lee Morellis said, "How do you find fighters?" Lee, we actually, with all arrogance aside, we don't find fighters. Fighters find us. We never seek out fighters. It's always them coming to us. And, basically they find us the same way you have through different versions of social media. Kaz said, "I watched when it started, all real beefs." That's a fact, brother. Back in the day, everybody that fought for us they were dudes from the street. A lot of them had just gotten out of jail or, just got over being homeless or were still homeless, or were going through addiction. It was all real street individuals, Then it grew to where we had more and more people just wanting to fight. James Regan said, "I started watching Streetbeefs when you guys didn't even have 1,000 subs." Yo, that is crazy. It's crazy to me to believe that there's still people like that around that started watching us at 1,000 subs. James, thank you for watching us all this time, bro. Real life. Appreciate you. Ayo said, "Scarface, how do I book a fight if I don't have social media?" I think I already answered that. Hit us up on our website, bro. Let me get just a couple more questions. Certified Perler said, "Do y'all got somebody in super heavyweight for me to fight. We always got somebody for you to fight. Just sign up, guys. Sign up through Insta, sign up through Facebook, or through our website. We will always have somebody for you to fight as long as you're 18. JV33 said, keep doing what you're doing. You've made a wonderful channel. It's nice to see how far you've come. Thank you, my friend. We really appreciate you. Let me take just 3 more and I'm out. Let's see. Cody Walco says, but with shoes on, you can kick somebody in the stomach with a toe. So, Cody, my response to that is, again, in over 2,000 fights, we've never had an incident where somebody was kicked in the stomach with a shoe and reacted badly to that. Okay? If that was such an issue, in over 2,000 fights, we should have seen somebody get kicked in the stomach and say, whoa, that shoe really hurt. Stop. And I'm not saying that mockingly. I'm saying that honest to goodness as a response. I personally watch our fights to pay attention to, is there something we should do or stop doing? If I had ever seen a time where these shoes were used as a weapon and worked, I would have put an end to it. But it's never happened. So until it does, I'm going to say, I don't think, a lot of people don't remember when the UFC first started, fighters were allowed to wear wrestling shoes. And that's what we allowed. Very light sneakers, the same as the UFC when it first started. 2 more guys and I'm out. Nadir Gangat said, who's my favorite fighter? I've answered this before. My favorite boxer is Venom Black. My favorite MMA fighter is Iraqi Assassin. He also happens to be one of my closest friends. Niaz said, I'm your fan from Malaysia. Shout out to Malaysia. Much love. Mike Stanley. So we actually do not give the address online or through YouTube. Go to the Streetbeefs website and sign up, and they will give you the address. Let's see. What is this? GG String said, where is the Lamb with the 2 freak wins? The Lamb will be back. That dude's a beast. I love his style. I love his personality. Last question. Let's see. Somebody said, where is Fairplay? Fairplay is also fighting pro now. Shout out to Fairplay. Listen, I love that guy like Sundays. He is just a humble, skilled, intelligent individual. Much love to Fairplay. Fairplay is also in law enforcement. A lot of people may not have known that. So shout out to Fairplay. MG Ryan said, would Icy Mike ever have a fight again? I don't know. Icy Mike is my dude, first of all. I love that guy. Icy Mike's getting up there in age like I am. Plus, he has a successful YouTube channel. Go check out his YouTube channel. But he may just be past wanting to fight. But I never say never. Let's see. I keep saying one more question. But let me see. Let's see. The Joker 8000 said, when was your first ever fight? My first ever fight, I was 12 years old, and some kids were picking on me. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and some kids that kept picking on me about my burn scars. They cornered me in a bathroom. They had been terrorizing me for weeks, and I was actually scared of them. And finally, something just broke, and I got in a fight with them in the bathroom. That was my first fight ever. 12 years old. Last question right here. Are you going to work on your decision making? Several fights, I feel like the decision went the wrong way, specifically in crowd choices. So you got to think about the question you just asked. If these are crowd choices, how can we work on the decision making? All we can do is let the crowd make the decision. How can we work on that? We're not going to change letting the crowds make the decision, because the crowds every time is a bunch of new people. It's usually new fighters who just signed up or fighters who have had a bunch of fights. When we poll the crowd, we ask them, are you with either fighter? If they say yes, we don't let them vote. So my question is, how can we work on that? What can we do to work on it? The only thing we can do is ask them, who do you think won? And I think they're best equipped to say who they think won, because they just watched it up close and personal. I'll say this to y'all, and the viewers, they don't like to hear this because they want to believe that they're right a lot of the time. But I'm just being honest. When you guys see these fights, you have one angle. One angle. And you don't get to see it up close and personal per se. You don't get to hear what's being said in between rounds. You don't get to see the looks on fighters' faces at all times. You don't get to see how they're reacting the whole time in between their corners. The crowd does. Okay? That's why I trust the crowd's decisions above YouTube's decisions. I do. When the crowd calls it, I believe their decision every single time. A lot of times I'll send it to YouTube out of trying to get the fans involved or trying to be fair. But I thoroughly trust our crowd decisions. I just do. So I hope that to answer your question, I don't think we need to work on our decision making. I'll just be real with you. Let me scroll down. I keep saying that it's going to be the last one. Somebody said, when are we coming to Cape Town, South Africa? It's funny. I was just talking with a friend telling him that one of my biggest bucket list goals is to go to Africa. So sometime we will make it. Definitely. Franco said, that's true. Up close and personal, then watching from YouTube is different. And that's just a fact. Listen, there's a reason why the UFC, pro boxing, all the big orgs have their judges set ringside. They don't have them judge via satellite, okay? Because you're better equipped to judge a fight sitting ringside. So with all due respect, yes, you guys get to watch the fight and make your own assumptions, but I will trust the people that set ringside. Hey, y'all, big stuff coming. We got a huge event coming. Excuse me. You're going to get to see that rematch with Tyson and Iraqi Assassin. That's coming our next event. Many more big fights. Shout out to all of y'all. We love you. Best fans on earth. Oh, wait a minute. I got another super chat. Let me shout them before I go, if I can find them. Sorry, guys. Here we go. What they won't say, I will say. Face, I love you in the channel, but Omar lost. Thanks for your opinion. I disagree strongly with that. In fact, the majority of the crowd had Omar winning. So it's what it is. But they'll rematch. Thanks for everybody. We appreciate your feedback. Thanks for the super chats. And thanks for watching, y'all. We support all y'all, and we appreciate your support. See y'all soon. Peace.